There's only one way to obtain true confidence as a man, and that's by being able to be confident with your own reflection. So I remember there was a time when I first started the gym and I used to go into the private zone where there were no mirrors, there was nothing, it was like dark in a corner, and I used to bench press, hardly being able to bench press like 30 kilos. It was a struggle, right? And I kind of didn't really want people to see me because I was too embarrassed about my strength and about my progress. Fast forward to 4 years later, and now I literally record in the middle of the gym with no shirt on while looking back at myself thinking, fuck yes. And why? Why can I be so confident and now stand in the middle of the gym where everybody is and not give a shit? Well, it's simply because I'm now capable in that environment. See, confidence comes from being capable, but confidence is also relative. So what I mean by this is, if I was to stand here and put you in a circle, I was to force you in a circle that had 100 people in it, right? And in the middle of the circle was a, I don't know, 100 kilo dumbbell on the floor, right? And I told you to go in there and pick it up. Well, chances are you probably couldn't pick up the 100 kilo dumbbell. Let's say it's like with one hand, because some fucking strong fuckers can do it, but let's say it's with one hand to pick up a 100 kilo dumbbell and you've never done this before, you don't know if you can. You're going to walk into that circle and you're not going to be confident. You might look around and you're kind of going to be like weirdly awkward. But what happens if I made that 100 kilo dumbbell a 2 kilo dumbbell? Well, it's fucking easy then, right? It's, you know, you go in there, you'd be confident, you pick it up, no problem at all. And see, this is a specific example. That's a very specific example on how you could be confident in a given situation. Now, the problem is, a lot of the times people are not going to know whether or not you're confident at all, because you're not always going to have a physical lifting challenge or test, right? So if we want to be confident, if we want to be truly confident, how do we actually do this without having to be tested? It's simply through first impression basis. Now, what this means is, you already know that if you see somebody for the first time ever, your brain, you don't even realize it. You don't even mean to do it, but you subconsciously develop an opinion of them or some kind of viewpoint about how they live their life or what they're like, right? If you walk down the street and you see a fat motherfucker, you instantly think, like, you get kind of disgusted, right? You get kind of disgusted and you think they're undisciplined. But if you walk down the street and you see a fit motherfucker, well, you think he lives a good life instantly. It's kind of this halo effect, right? And the halo effect determines how you're treated based on your first impressions. That's why TV ads, they always put celebrities and people who are popular and people who are well received on the face of their advertisements, because they know that people associate good things with this person, and if they're advertising for the brand, then the brand must be good as well, right? So that's how they can generate this overall confidence in this product, confidence in their product, and generate more sales in general, right? And this is the exact same thing in real life. Okay, if you were trying to market yourself, if you were trying to come across as confident and positive, well, would you really want to be put in a fat person's body? Could you even be confident with yourself? And that's why the first step of being confident starts in the reflection. You need to have a good physique. The easiest way to build confidence in yourself, so when you look at the mirror, you're confident, and that actually, you know, like gets passed on into the real world, is to have a good physique. And when you have that good physique, people also have this halo effect towards you, this positive effect towards you, that they think that you look after yourself, and therefore you're going to get treated better as well. So it's kind of like an overlapping concept, where the start of it is just building an aesthetic, attractive physique, because nobody can know you're truly smart or intelligent or you've conquered anything. Nobody knows your achievements. The only thing they can tell from looking at you on a first impression basis is whether you look after yourself, whether you're attractive or not. And if you are attractive and if you have looked after yourself, then they're going to assume they're making this psychological assumption that you have achievements and that you do stuff and that you're a good person. And when people are looking at you like this instantly and having this preconceived conception about you, then you're going to be confident, right? You're going to be confident. But again, the first step is to look in the mirror and be confident yourself, and that is by building a physique. And you may be asking, well, I don't have the physique now, bro. Like, what? I don't have a good physique right now. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be super nice and super pretty and say some bullshit like spiritual shit. You can't laser eye your way to a good physique. You can't just like look in the mirror and be like, all right, yes, I'm growing my shoulders. Yes, okay, now I'm big. Now I'm fucking can be extra confident. If you want the roadmap to creating an undeniably attractive and magnetic physique, then check the community down below. It's my school community. You get one-on-one access to me, and there's plenty of courses in there to help you go from invisible to undeniable to have unwavering confidence as a young guy. But while you're building the physique, what you can do is rewire your brain to have more confidence. While you may not have the physique right now, while you may not have the body, right, the shape, what you can do is you can change your body language. And by making yourself confident internally, by looking at the mirror and being like, all right, sick, I don't have the physique yet, but I'm building it and I'm confident in my head that I'll have it, right? Then you're more likely to stand prouder. You're more likely to stand prouder and with better posture. And when you then couple that with building the physique, well, then you have both areas of confidence covered. You have the mental aspect and you have the literal determining, like the actual factor that matters the most, which is reflection. Can you look at yourself and are you confident yourself? Are you capable yourself? So the way we can rewire our mind is by utilizing this positive thinking tactic from a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Most people, when they don't have something, when they're in a negative position, they frame their lives as they are in that position. So let's say you don't have the physique, right? You may look to yourself and be like, oh, you know, I don't have the physique. I'm not confident. I can't get girls. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, what you need to do instead is to position yourself as somebody who's building to it, not somebody who doesn't have it. And even better, position yourself as somebody who already has the end result. Right? Instead of saying to yourself, well, I don't have the physique, I'm not confident, delude yourself and literally look in the mirror and say, yes, I have a 10 out of 10 physique and I'm confident as fuck. And if you keep repeating this over and over and over again, you'll start to reframe your brain to be thinking more positive, and therefore you'll get that confidence. And that's how you're going to start walking with better body language. Then when you partner that with actually building the physique, the physical requirement, then it overlaps and you'll 100% be confident because you're capable mentally and because you're capable physically, and on a first impression basis people will respect you and you'll be more confident because you can respect yourself when you look in the mirror as well. So that's the advice. Build the body because the body is the asset you take everywhere, and advance your mind to think, to frame yourself as somebody who's gathering the positive outcome, the positive physique, the confidence, and you'll 100% be able to obtain true confidence because you're actually capable. And keep grinding and become undeniable, bro.